Greetings, my name is Nikhil and I have been learning Chinese for about 1 year, and I want to tell you about the resources that I'm using. I haven't paid a single dollar, and I think I'm on a good trajectory of um, like learning Chinese. So let me tell you how I got started immediately. I started off with Duolingo, and Duolingo is also kind of my thing where it like teaches me pronunciation and um, like new words, and it's just a little by little. Every other day, every few days, I learn something, and I was like, oh my god! And then I write it in my notebook. Let me show you my notebook here. Mostly what I do is I write I write vocabulary. So in black I write the English, in blue I write the pinyin, and the pencil I write the character itself. I refer to this book several times whenever I learn new vocabulary, and I put little marks, as you can see, about my thumb if I know the word or not. And so Duolingo is my starting point, and everything that I learn goes into this book over here. On my phone, I have a couple other apps too. One of which is the DeepL translator. So whenever I have some words that I want to know, or a few sentences, or clarify what Duolingo is telling me, because sometimes it can be wrong, I put into DeepL and it tells me the accurate translation. I also have Plico for words, and also practicing, like I can draw characters in there and it would tell me if it's right or not. So on my phone, mainly I use Duolingo and DeepL translator. I know that Hello Chinese is a really good app too. It's built for Chinese only and not 30 other languages. So I think if I started off with Hello Chinese, I would have a much better introduction. But Duolingo is great too. I'm learning quite a lot. Um, so, um, and then I got introduced to Chinese with Chinese drama, and that's where it really took off. And so on YouTube, there are a few Chinese dramas that I really recommend. When I Fly Towards You, Please Don't Spoil Me. Those are the two big things. And the third one, right, Gen Z, I think it's called Huo Liang, I think. Um, it's a medical drama, and a lot of the Gen Z terms, the how fluent um, Chinese people like use the language. It introduces you to uh, listening, and yeah. So these apps and the TV shows, they help you with um, uh, the introductory. And yep, those are the digital free tools. I want to put some emphasis on these books. And so everything that I learn, anything curious goes into here, this notebook. And I have 4 books. I have this tiny phrase book. Let me show you a little bit inside. There you go. It's basically a very interactive dictionary, and I like when between sets in the gym, I just pull this book out and find something new to read. Another is this book. It's called Unlocking Mandarin Chinese. It provides an incredible amount of structure with sentence structure, grammar, and I really recommend this book. I only got through a small amount, like around 36 pages, but Um, it's just like Duolingo but on paper, and you have a lot. Um, yeah, unlocking Mandarin Chinese, not sponsored. Okay, so um, so far, all of these books apps, they focus on the pinyin, which is the romanized characters of Chinese, which makes it a lot simpler. But in the world, or in media, or anywhere, anything, you meet people, um, the text is going to be written in Chinese, in in the simplified Hanzi. Um, and so this is where this book comes in. It is here. Basically, it breaks down each individual character down into its description and into a pictograph, and so you can understand what each character is. Um, it starts off with the radical, and the entire chapter is based on that single radical. So for water, there would be shui, and there would the water radical is like this, and that radical would be pasted along different characters. So for water, it could be another character for rain, vapor, ice, and so on. This book, I've started taking it to the gym and just opening it up and looking at things, comparing characters that I see outside and to here, like, yeah, that book. And that, so now you know a little bit about pinyin and Hanzi, and so you can finally take a book like this book. It's the Chinese classics for kids, and there is no English whatsoever in this book. And here you could see it's full Chinese and English, pinyin. And so I obviously cannot read this at all. And so when I go outside, I ask people if they speak Chinese, and if they do, can they read Chinese? And they actually help me read this text, which is quite interesting to me, honestly. I compare the Hanzi with this book and the pinyin with whatever I learned in this book and the phrase book. I also use DeepL to translate the classics. What else? Right. And so you got down reading, writing, and now also listening, I guess. But the main part of Chinese is actually speaking, right? So, where would you find speaking? For that, you gotta be an extrovert. You gotta, I guess you don't have to be an extrovert, but just go outside and start talking to people. I live in Canada, so there are a lot of Chinese people around here, and I just find somebody who is free and open to talk, um, like people who are fishing. I have a good community of parents and grandparents when I play pickleball, and I just walk up to them and speak in the very basic amount of Chinese that I know. Um, they they honestly, they are very happy to talk to me, and they're also like very surprised every time they smile and say, "Oh my God, you know Chinese?" And um, like while I speak in the basic Chinese that I know, they reply in English to help me. And sometimes other people, they speak slow, and they use like the basic words. And so I just walk up to people and say, Here, don't scrutinize me for this. So I walk up to people and say like, 你说中文吗? Like, do you speak Chinese? Or, 你说普通话吗? Do you speak Mandarin? And uh, they say, oh my god, you know Chinese? And like other people, they say like, oh my god, you're such a tall person. Um, and I reply to them saying, 我知道我是大人 I am a big person. And then they get surprised and they're like, oh my god, you speak Chinese? You know Chinese? I'm like, 不是,我说一点 like I speak little bit. I met some people. I met a person while fishing. Um, I think my best conversations that I have with people are who don't know English, who are new to Canada. And so I walk up to them. I find out like they are 80, 83 years old. They come here only a few years ago, and um, they know very, very, very little English, just as much as I know very, very little Chinese. And so I practice all the Chinese that I know with these people, and the conversations that we have are sometimes honestly awkward because we don't understand each other as much, but we get around. I use DeepL to translate, and I open up my book and I show to them and I try to pronounce. I learned the word fishing, like house, and some sentence structures. I know that, like, um, instead of sign the back of the check in Chinese, it's sign check back. I learned little things here and there. And so I think um, just as much as reading, writing Chinese, speaking to people is extremely important. Um, and all right, yeah, there's that, but also I think integrating or not integrating, but immersing yourself in the Chinese culture is quite beneficial. There is a Buddhist temple that is right next to our gym, and so I take the text there, and it's all like, here you go, simplified Chinese. I take a look at it and just say whatever words I know. So over here I see yi ren bu le, and I just make out another cultural Chinese immersive experience. I think is the Shenyun, and like it just strengthened my, I guess, my love for Chinese culture. Here you go. Um, yeah, yeah, that's what I've been doing to learn Chinese all this time. It's been about 1 year now. Started off with a TV show, and then Duolingo, writing things on paper, um, and then by getting library books, and now speaking with people outside. When I started Duolingo, um, I guess I started speaking in Chinese to people in my on my campus in university. Just I think about 4 or 5 months after I started. So when the people would serve food to me in the cafeteria, I would say 这是米饭, like that is rice, that is cooked rice, and I'll say 这是咖啡,这是咖啡吗? Like, is that coffee? So they would get really surprised, and they would get like I would get really happy, and I it started over there, and then I would go around with um, just people anywhere that I see or meet consistently, or even strangers that I just meet once in a while. I met this couple in the Shenyun exhibition in the building, and I went up to the woman and say, uh, like, excuse me, 这是你的老公吗? Like, is this your husband? And she replied like yes in Chinese, and I was like, 他很帅, like he is very handsome, and like the wife and the husband, they were thanking me a lot, and then that was a very nice moment, and we went our separate ways, and so um, that is how immersed I am in Chinese culture and the language especially. Um, I've also found that the calligraphy, Chinese calligraphy, after watching the Gen Z uh, C drama, I realized that I really want to um, learn as a hobby. I want to learn Chinese calligraphy because it's just painting, right? And writing characters would help me um, understand how to read them, uh, and I feel it's just fun. It's just fun. Like you draw like this, and you draw the mountain, which is like this, and this, and that means immortal because the person next to the mountain is immortal. It's really interesting to me that way. You combine the character for the sun, and then the moon, and then the character for sun and character for moon equals bright. You combine, like this is ren, shui, which is water, which is like this, and you put some watermarks around shui, and it means drenched, um, and so on and so forth. I know that, yeah, so I could keep rambling, but um, these are some free resources that I'm using to learn Chinese. Um, yeah, this is my first video, Chinese at 19 years old, and I think I'll make another video when I am 20 years old. Maybe by then I'll pass the HSK test number 1 and level 2, and I would have many more great conversations, and I'll tell you about it next year. All right. See you next year.